TFT just made acquiring champions a lot more interesting, and best of all, everything is tied to lore. The newest set introduced a new mechanic that locks some champions behind different kinds of story quests, meaning that for the first time ever, knowing the lore objectively gives you an advantage. For example, to get Silas, you have to do some really bad things to Lux and Garen. Why? Lore. Canonically, Silas has been imprisoned in Demacia because he is a mage. This was during a time when Demacians really didn't like mages. That's because in the past, during the events of the Rune Wars, Demacia was founded as a safe haven for all of those who were running away from all the mages who were trying to conquer the world with rune magic. What also didn't help is that later on, the Darkin marched onto Demacia, which is where the ancient battle of Hemomancy against celestial magic happened. So let's say historically Demacians just don't like magic. Which is why, for a very long time, Demacians had a group of people known as the Mage Seekers. Their job was just one thing: to seek out mages and imprison them, after which they would try to cure their magical affliction. Of course, eventually, since he was also a mage, Silas also became a prisoner, but he did manage to escape, which kickstarted the events known as the Mage Rebellion. With the twist here being, he escaped by stealing Lux's magic, that is after there were hints of these two potentially getting closer, and he also got into a pretty big fight with Garen. So naturally, how would you unlock him on the battlefields of the Convergence? You destroy those who stood in his way as he fought for the freedom of all Demacians.